Hi everyone, how is everyone doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today I'm here with project share for Creative Pad Store on AliExpress. I will have a link to their store along with everything I'm gonna share with you guys in the description box below. Also, if you haven't seen my unpacking video where I open the ephemera packs and show you what's inside, I will link that down below as well. For my first card, I used this ephemera pack. This one is called Radiate Positive. And as I mentioned in my previous unpacking video, I showed you all what's inside. So I used the elephant and the little lion and this banner here that says Radiate Positive. And this is the card that I made. My card base is craft color. I put down this pattern paper. And then I brought this shape from my stash, die cut it in white. I popped the elephant and the little lion here with foam tape. And here is that banner that says Radiate Positive. And I put a couple of gold and blue gems, and I just gave the little elephant a bow. For my next card, I use this ephemera pack. This one is called Time to Bloom. And again, there is a reference picture of everything you're gonna get inside the pack. And I took this card that says Just Married. And this is the card that I made. My card base is white. I took a very light pink cardstock and I ran it through my embossing folder. It's got hearts. I don't know if the camera is catching it. And then I brought this circle die from my stash and it die cuts all these little hearts. I brought this balloon die from my stash as well. And I did some jelly printing and I did some paper piecing. I wanted it in gold and this color that matches the bumper here. And I just put them, I tucked it behind the car, but the top part I elevated. Here is that card. I just fussy cut around it so it doesn't have too much white. And I popped it with foam tape. I brought the word congratulations die from my stash and I did it in black and gold and just so that I can have some elevation, and I just put a little bow here. For my next card, I use this ephemera pack. This one is called Wild Thyme and it's got cute sloth, llamas, there is fox, it's so adorable. So I took this sloth, I took a sign, this sign here, and this sentiment that said take it sloth and keep hanging. And this is the card that I made. It turned out so cute. My card base is white. I put down this blue pattern paper and then I brought this Polaroid die from my stash along with the trees. I die cutted the Polaroid in this peach color. And the trees I did with jelly printed paper. I just tucked it behind the Polaroid. Here is that sign that says Forest, Campsite, Lake. And again, I fussy cut around the sloth and I just put her inside the Polaroid. I fussy cut around the sentiment as well because it was just this kind of like a rectangle white and I didn't want too much white. I wanted the heart to show, and I just replaced the heart with gold, and I put a couple of gold gems. For my next card, I use this ephemera pack. This one is called Fragrant Green. And again, this one is so adorable. So I use this little girl here. I used a box of tulips. I took a couple of the birds. I think I took 3 of the birds. And I took a sentiment from another pack. And I'll show you the card that I made. And here it is. So my card base is white. I put down this pattern paper. It looked like sky to me. And then I brought this grass die from my stash. So I just put it here. Before I stuck it down, I have a tulip bundle stamp in my stash. I believe it's Inka Dinka Doo. So I did some stamping in the background and I just colored it to match the tulips that came in this ephemera. I put the tulip box and the girl here with foam tape, and here are the 3 birds that I used. And I took the Hello Spring from another pack and I just popped it here with foam tape. For my next card, I used this ephemera pack. This one is called Vigorous. It's got a lot of plants, cacti, there is cats. I just took the word love that has greenery around it. I also brought in this stamp set here. This is from a previous design team pack that I had received. I used this greenery here. I used the word plants, and I only used the part of the stamp here, the leaf part, so I didn't use the flower. And this is the card that I made. It turned out so elegant. My card base is gold. I took a white cardstock. I did some stamping here and there. With the leaves, I did 2-tone of green. This leaf, that's part of the flower, I did it in kind of like a yellowish green. And the word plants, I did it in gold ink. I also splattered the background with gold paint. I took 2 circles from my stash and I die cutted the bigger one with gold cardstock. And the smaller one is kind of like a green, a lime green. And I popped the word love here with foam tape. I tucked behind it a couple of leaf dies that I have in my stash. I did some with green and I did some with vellum. And I just put gold and green gems on both sides. My next card, I use this Easter Spring ephemera pack. Now this one, you don't have to use it just for Easter. There is a lot of family-oriented ephemera in here. There is even like chicks, chickens, there is flowers. And I made 2 cards using this. The first one is a mini slimline. So my card base is white. I put down this pattern paper. And the only thing I brought from my stash is the grass and the little moon. So here I put the pond down first, and it's got little swans or ducks. And I brought the 2 trees from the ephemera pack. I fussy cut around it, so there is not too much white. I did the same thing with the couple here that it's walking their dogs. So everything I put flat down. The couple, I elevated it so they're looking like they're in the front of all this scenery. I also elevated the beautiful thymes. And the second card that I made, I made it into a picnic one. We love going to picnics. This is so cute. My card base is craft color, and I wanted to get away from the traditional, blue sky. So I did pink sky here for the background. And I die cutted 2 hill in green cardstock. I brought these little trees from my stash and the sun. So I tucked the trees behind the first hill and I put the sun here in the corner. And then I did this 2 guys that's having a picnic, these couple that's having a picnic. I put those 2 behind the first hill and I put this couple on top here. I stamped enjoy the little things and I just put a butterfly here. It's so simple, but it turned out so cute. For my next card, I used this ephemera pack. This one is called Bright Day, and this is so much fun. Look at all the cute ephemera you get in here. I made 2 cards using this. The first card, I did it with this unicorn. I also used the word dreamer. I took this cloud that's attached to a rainbow, but I just cut them apart and I'll show you in a minute. And I just took a couple of the small hearts. For my second card, I used this little minivan, caravan, I don't know what you call it, and this sentiment that says, you make my heart flutter. So this is my first card. My card base is white. I put down this rainbow cardstock, and I brought this shape from my stash, die cut it in white. As I mentioned, I fussy cut the rainbow apart from the cloud because I didn't want the rainbow on here. it's gonna be too crowded. So I just tucked them behind the white square that I have, and I put the two clouds here flat. I elevated the unicorn with foam tape. I also elevated the word dreamer. Here is the two hearts, and I just put two stars here and two stars here. For my second card, I love this one. My card base is black. I put down this pattern paper that's kind of like a black and white. And then I die cutted this circle, and it's got very light yellow dots. Here is that car, or the minivan. I just popped it with foam tape, and I put the sentiment down flat. These little flowers are from this stamp set again. I just stamped them and colored them with pencil crayons. And these leaves are from the ephemera pack as well, so I just tucked them in here. I did the flowers to match the minivan, so I did it in pink and blue. And I just put pink and blue gems here, not sequin, gem. And my last cards, I used this Peppy Life ephemera pack, and this one is another very cute one. I made 3 cards using this. I used the little ostrich or a bird that's playing guitar, this little panda that has the pillow. I used this frame, I used this tag, and I used a couple of other things, and I just go through them with you guys. This is my first card, and I made it into a shaker just inside this frame. So my card base is black. I put down a white cardstock. Then I took this purple cardstock that I have in my stash, and it's kind of embossed. I just cut it on an angle, and I cut a very thin strip of black, and I just put it here just so that it's cohesive with the background. I put foam tape behind this frame that came in the ephemera pack, and I just filled it with shaker bits. I put the little, I think it's an ostrich or a bird that's playing guitar here, and these little resin pieces of musical notes I had in my stash. I thought it went well with it. And this sentiment is from the ephemera pack that says love the moment. I just put foam tape. This turned out so cute. The next card that I made, I used that little panda, and this sentiment, again, it's from the ephemera pack that says forever yours. So my card base is craft color. I put down this white and gold cardstock, then I die cut it this rectangle shape from my stash in white. Also die cut it this heart in like peach color so it matches the pillow. I put down the sentiment flat, and I elevated the little panda. I just fussy cut around her so there is not too much white. And I just put a couple of peach and gold gems. So simple, but it's so cute. And this is my last card. My card base is black. I put down a white cardstock. I did a purple cardstock, a strip of it here, and I did a very thin strip of gold. I also die cutted this border, tucked it behind the gold strip. Here is that tag from the ephemera pack. Also these flowers and these leaves are from the ephemera pack along with the butterfly, and I fussy cut around all of them, and I just put couple here, and the butterfly here, and I just put a little twine here. So that was it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, have an awesome day, you guys. Bye.